Michael here, and I'm back for an epic week in LEGO news. Everything you need to know for May the 4th. UCS TIE Interceptor, gifts with purchase, and a $150 collector book. And did LEGO leak their next exclusive? Artemis rocket, Lamborghini, and retro radio. Plus, cops bust thieves with $300,000 worth of LEGO. And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web. So if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First at Best Buy, the LEGO City Dunk Stunt Ramp Challenge is now 63% off. And over at Walmart, the Smashing Chimpanzee Stunt Loop is now 72% off. Next at Amazon, the LEGO Dreams Mr. Oz's Space Bus is 34% off, and the Crocodile Car is 30% off. Next from LEGO Star Wars, the Tanu Jedi Temple is 40% off, and the LEGO City Space Construction Mech Suit is 32% off. Plus, the LEGO Ideas Tales of the Space Age and LEGO Icons Optimus Prime sets are 20% off. Over at LEGO, you can get the free Fruit Store gift with purchases $200 or more. And if you want to pick up any of these deals and more and support the channel, there's links to everything in the description below. Next up, Star Wars Day, May the 4th is coming up, and we've got all the details, including all the new set reveals, exclusive gifts with purchase, and sets on sale. Over the last few weeks, we've gotten a look at most of the 7 new sets coming out on May 1st. But this week, we finally got the reveal of the Ultimate Collector Series TIE Interceptor, with 1,931 pieces retailing for $230. It's been 24 years since we got the last UCS TIE Interceptor, and this one is a huge upgrade, as the designer really managed to capture the unique shaping of the wings and the rounding of the cockpit section. And the printed hatch at the top lifts up to reveal the interior with lots of sticker detail, and all the great shaping continues to the back where we can see the engine exhaust. The entire model can be removed from the display base with a printed display placard. Plus, you also get one of the printed 25 years of LEGO Star Wars bricks. Also on the base, we can find the TIE Pilot and a new build for a mouse droid, with this exclusive version of the TIE Pilot featuring printed arms. While some fans don't like the overly studded look on the wings, I think this model turned out pretty nicely. And it's interesting how it's $10 cheaper than recent UCS sets. Moving on to promos, there are 3 gifts of purchase from the 1st through the 5th. First up, if you buy 160 or more of LEGO Star Wars sets, you'll get the Trade Federation Troop Carrier. With 262 pieces, the build feels quite large and substantial, and makes a fitting throwback to the 2001 set. At the front, we've got the main controls, which features some nice shaping and those great printed pilot droids. And at the back, we can see the area with the droid storage rack, which you can slide out of the transport to deploy all of the droids. And with 8 battle droids included, it's unfortunate you can't just buy the set to army build it. Next, with purchases of $90 or more, you'll get this Battle of Yavin collectible. The packaging opens at the center to reveal the Yavin collectible coin inside, which features the LEGO Star Wars logo and layers with an X-Wing in the trench run, though it sounds like many fans would have preferred something with LEGO bricks. And finally, with Star Wars purchases over $40, you'll get the AAT Polybag, which is also available right now at Target for $5. On Insider's Rewards, you'll also be able to redeem 1,800 points for this limited edition art print, which features animated versions of characters from across LEGO's 25-year history with Star Wars. And the artist confirmed that all of these figures are based on official minifigure designs, though some skin tones were updated like we see here with Jedi Bob, which left fans wondering about this one tucked in behind R2-D2. Depicted here, we can see our first ever minifigure version of Nunb. And since the artist said he didn't create any new minifigures for this poster, it looks like this one should be coming soon. And thanks to BrickHeadz, it turns out there's another unknown anniversary figure being included in the Escape from the Sarlacc pit set, which certainly could be one of the options that we see this character pop up in. Also coming on May 1st is the Force of Creativity book for $150. This collector's item celebrates the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars across 312 pages, and is said to include unseen development art, character designs, and insight into the creative process. And here we see early prototypes of the helmet sets, sketches of prototype hologram figures, a minifigure designed for a cancelled Zam Wessel, plus unreleased construction figure sets. A book this expensive is definitely not for everyone, but it is one of those things I would just love to flip through, and I'm curious to see if it might sell out. We also got the reveal of the Phantom Menace BrickHeadz with 732 pieces retailing for $55. This is the first set to include 6 BrickHeadz, and we have Jar Jar Binks, Anakin Skywalker, Queen Amidala, Captain Panaka, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Darth Maul. While the BrickHeadz line isn't for everyone, I really like the look of these, with a lot of the drum lacquered gold, great printing, and a really unique design on Darth Maul. There will also be many sales and deals. First up, Chewbacca will be 18% off. The Ghost in Phantom 2 will be 19% off, and the Throne Room Diorama will be 15% off. They'll also have 4 times VIP points on the New Republic E-Wing vs. Shin Hati Starfighter, Coruscant Guard Gunship, and UCS X-Wing Starfighter, plus the soon-to-retire Mos Eisley Cantina and UCS AT-AT. And there'll be double VIP points on many other Star Wars sets. On May 3rd, there'll also be new reveals from LEGO, Fortnite, and Star Wars, which will likely build on the robust cast of characters that we already have today. Over at some Barnes & Noble stores, they're also celebrating with a free build event from May 3rd through the 5th. The build is of an X-Wing starfighter and looks similar to some polybag versions we've gotten. But if you're like me, you never say no to free Lego. And be sure to check the website or your local store for when exactly they're having their event. There's just so much happening for May the 4th, so may the Force be with us and our wallets. Next up, we've got huge news about 3 upcoming Lego Icon sets that we have to break down. First up, thanks to Reddit, it turns out that someone recently found the Lego Icons NASA Artemis Space Launch System set early at an airport in Taipei, Taiwan. And with a little Photoshop magic, we get a better look at this 3,601 piece set. As in addition to the build for the rocket, we can see this large substantial structure, which is the launch tower, which is almost like you combine the builds for the Saturn V rocket and the Eiffel Tower. As this is really only our first look at the set, I can't wait for more pictures and especially to see this behemoth in person. Next, the next Lego Icons car is going to be the Lamborghini Countach, with 1,506 pieces retailing for $180. While we have gotten this car from the Speed Champions line, I'm very eager to see it at a larger scale. And as for the size, I think we'll see something similar to the Camaro and the Porsche that we got recently. And while both were around $10 cheaper, they did contain less pieces. And I'm excited to see how it turns out. Also coming in July is a retro radio with 906 pieces retailing for $110. And interestingly, these photos come from a rejected Lego idea submission. The idea of a retro radio is very interesting and could definitely make a great display piece like we saw from the typewriter and globe. But the real question is whether this will be the next set to get the sound brick that we saw introduced in the Harry Potter talking sorting hat. But as always, we'll have to wait and see. Next up, thanks to KTLA, we've got a story about the California Highway Patrol discovering 4 locations, which featured over $300,000 of stolen Lego. Throughout the photos, you see sets from all different themes, including retired sets, not to mention Lego store bags and gifts with purchase. And it's wild to think they could have amassed this large of a collection to sell to unsuspecting buyers. Next up, over at Disneyland Paris, they've announced plans to revamp their shopping district Disney Village, which includes an updated experience at their Lego store. There seems to be new photo ops, including this bench with Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Pluto, plus another fun build featuring Woody and Buzz and the Pixar ball. Behind in the window, we can see a new sculpture of a minifigure Elsa and Olaf. Plus in the sky, we can see Peter Pan and the Jolly Roger. And while I'm not sure when I'll make it to Disneyland Paris, I would love to see something like this. And speaking of Lego stores, there's going to be a photo frame Mother's Day building event on Sunday, April 28th from 12 to 2 local time, where you'll be able to build this photo frame with this really unique border. And be sure to check in with your local Lego store to see if they're participating. Next in Lego Ideas news, there were 2 more projects at 10,000 supporters on the platform this week. First up, we've got Lego Canal Houseboat. While simple seeming, the design contains over 1,200 pieces. While we've seen houseboats from other themes, I think this one has a really sharp look. And the whole thing opens up to reveal the home's interior and the captain's cabin. And I think it would make a really nice display piece or addition to a Lego city. But we have seen many other boats rejected. Next up, we've got Crescent Moon Rock Sculpture. This build was designed to resemble a Chinese scholar's rock. And the build looks really nice with those micro-scale oriental structures with the stairs, as well as the large tree that fills the empty space of the crescent. It would make a nice display, but I'm curious about this project's chances, as we've seen similar projects rejected. And it's reminiscent of the recent Dragon Stone Shrine. But as always, we'll have to wait and see. So there you have it, another super fun week in Lego news with so much to look forward to for May the 4th. With all the May 1st sets, including the UCS TIE Interceptor, it'll be easy to hit the thresholds to get those great gifts with purchase. But then we also have to think about saving for the NASA Artemis, the Lamborghini Countach, and the retro radio coming later this year, which is why I might be best sticking to those free events coming up. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below if you're as excited as me. And don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be back next week with even more Lego news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one!